When we were building our solar business, I had gone to Mali, Africa, and in '08 was a really hard year for me. We had to lay off people, and I learned what furlough meant, and I just, it was the first time in my life where I really felt lost as a CEO. And they say you're never a real CEO until you go through a near-death experience, and that one was mine. I was a financial institutions company in '08. Warehouse lines were really difficult to get. The country didn't want to lend money. And so I ended up deciding to take my executive team on a trek to Africa, to Mali, Africa, and install a school, build a school together. And so I was laying in the dirt and ultimately had a conversation with the chief, and he said, what we really need is electricity. If you could provide laptops for the school and light the school, then the women could get educated in the school, because they were going and fetching water, unfortunately, till 2 or 3 o'clock every single day. And so ultimately, I was going to, say, okay, let me figure out how to put solar on these schools. And what we came up with was, what if for every megawatt of energy we deploy in the United States, we put solar on a school in the developing world? What if that was the ratio that we did? It felt really aligned. Okay, let's grow the business. I was brought on board as a chief revenue officer to scale the company. And that was the beginning of the foundation, the 501c3 that we have today. It's called Give Power. And we started that foundation, and I'm happy to say now, we've put solar on 2,750 schools in 17 countries, and we do a lot more than that now.
And companies buy into it, right? Whenever GoodLeap clients sometimes can share a portion of their revenues to help fund those schools and solar for those schools, right?
Yeah, so right now we do a lot of solar water farms. So the focus is really about how do we provide the most affordable, healthy, sustainable water in the developing world. And the way we do that is in a container where we have the ability to pull water out of the ocean or a brackish well using reverse osmosis. And then we have an off-grid solution with battery storage and solar that allows us to do it at a very inexpensive rate. So the challenge with water scarcity in the developing world is, one, they don't have access to electricity, and two, how do you get the quantity at a low enough price point? So I'm happy to say one of our systems today produces 75,000 liters of water every single day. And our smaller systems do about 15,000 liters of water every single day. But the better thing about it is that it's less than half of a cent for someone to get access to that water. So that's transformative. And so what happens now is companies, we have the ability to provide a liter of water for less than a penny a day. And many companies will join the platform and say, look, we'd love to send our employees on treks. We'll take over 400 people on treks this year alone that will go install these solar solutions throughout the world. And so we have about 150 to 200 major corporations that donate some amount of money per transaction on the GoodLeap platform. And it's pretty transformative because GoodLeap covers 100% of the overhead of the foundation. There's about 150 full-time employees in the foundation. And then every dollar that's donated goes directly to a solar water farm somewhere in the world.